We've got the key relegation battle in the Bank of Scotland Scottish Premier League tomorrow night. Join us from 7:30 on Sky Sports 1 for St Mirren against Dundee United. Exclusively live from Love Street. These two playing for their lives. But it's the other end of the scale tonight at Celtic Park. It's Championship Trophy night. Of course, Martin O'Neill's side won it against St Mirren the other week. They are champions and the trophy will be presented after full time tonight. But Charlie, it's 0-0 at the moment against Hearts. And I just wonder, the longer this goes, could Hearts fancy themselves to spoil this party, as we mentioned at the top of the show tonight? Yeah, because of the formation. It is a formation that Celtic find awkward because Mjällby and Valharan have to push into the wider men. It's been unfortunate because young Gary Wales, who's a very, very talented player, he's not quite a disservice to go and threaten Vega. And that is a concern for them, because if Celtic get that first goal, they'll be penned further back, and as David Provan pointed out in the first half, they have to defend further up because that gives Wales more of an opportunity to get involved. Other than that, Celtic are just taking a touch sometimes too much, and it's making it a little bit uncomfortable for themselves. But they've already got the trophy in the bag. They'll be taking care of themselves, and that little edge is missing tonight. But O'Neill wants them to go out there and win this in this second half. They'll ideally want to win it and get the 3 points tonight, but Hearts won't make it easy for them. Absolutely. Let's rejoin David Provan and Ian Crocker.
Cheers, Jim. Well, Hearts will do well to hold out for the second 45 minutes because Celtic have only failed to score rather in one of their games this season. That was on a rather wild and windy evening in Edinburgh against Hibs. Celtic ready to start the second half once Mike McCurry is ready. He's got a busy summer ahead, in fact. He's going to be in Argentina at the Under-21 World Cup. He's only just found out, and apparently he hasn't told his missus yet, so if Mrs McCurry is watching and thinking she's going on holiday, I don't think she will be unless she fancies a trip to Buenos Aires. Celtic will want to add yet another victory to their colossal amount of victories this season. They'll want to do it in style today before they get their hands on the Scottish Premier League trophy. Celtic have taken an incredible 49 points from 51 at home. Hibs the only team to escape with anything. Here's a former Hibs man, Didier Gat, and I think that might be a free kick for a foul by Stephen Boyack.
Yeah, just faults by the footwork here of Agat. Stephen Boyack back doing the defensive shift, and it's a free kick in a position that Hearts are going to have to defend right on top of their goalkeeper, and this man is capable of a good delivery.
Here it comes from Alan Thompson, and Larsson on the end of it, but unable to steer it towards goal.
Well, once again, he is up so well, Henrik Larsson. He has that ability seemingly to hang there, way above, I think it's Austin McCann there. But look at the spring there, how well he gets up.
Incredible in the air, and not too bad on the ground either. Johnson goes to ground. He, by the way, was getting a touch of treatment during the half-time interval, so I wonder whether he'll last long. He's been troubled by a bit of a hamstring tweak in recent weeks. Ramon Vega. Flobel's header. Boyack. Met by Vega. Craig Levein and Hearts hoping to claim fourth place in the league and the UEFA Cup spot, but Bobby Williamson and Kilmarnock might have something to say about that, especially next Friday when the two teams meet at Rugby Park, effectively a UEFA Cup decider, you could say, and we'll be there for that one. Friday night football from Scotland.
I think Craig Levein will have recognised already, though, Ian, that Celtic are half a yard off the pace tonight, and that this is a real opportunity to come here and get something. And what a position that would put them in with Rugby Park looming.
Well, it would put them level on points with Kilmarnock if they did win here, and they have a better goal difference. The Celtic fans are trying to urge their team on. Presley. Cameron, away by Healy. No surprise that Celtic didn't concede in that opening 45 minutes. One of their more impressive statistics this season is that they've only actually conceded 8 first-half goals in the league. I know I'm setting a bit of a stato, but their stats are pretty good, as you'd expect. McNamara sliding in with McCann. Andy Kirk trying to get away, but guess who was there? Kirk's worst nightmare at the moment. Johan Mjolby. Now Thompson. Mjolby's actually continued running. So too was Johnson. Larsson waiting for the centre if he can pull it back. Danger cleared though by Hearts for now. 14 attempts at goal from Celtic in that first half. But Hearts won't particularly care how many they had, with the score still at 0-0. They need to create a few more of their own though. They won't do it quite like that. Here's Valharan, who Martin O'Neill watched at Euro 2000. Tommy Johnson. Lambert. McNamara could be put in here by Paul Lambert. He is. McNamara's cross away by McKenna.
Yeah, well defended at the front post there. Recognised the danger immediately, McKenna, and just choked off that front post area.
Larsson. McNamara tries again. Didier Agat loitering on the far post, but it was away by Flogel. Hearts have only managed 3 away victories this season. Only the bottom 2, Dundee United and St Mirren, have won fewer games on their travels. In fact, they haven't won away in the league this year. Their last victory on their travels over 4 months ago at Kilmarnock. They wouldn't mind another one there on Friday night. Tommy Johnson. Ramon Vega, a little loose that. Flogel trying to get in, but he can never give up on Didier Agat, who always seems to get there. Ramon Vega. Blocked initially by Cameron, and now Makel feeds Kirk. McCann gives it straight back to Celtic though, and to Mjolby.
That's the problem at the moment in Hearts, when they do get possession, giving it up far too cheaply. And once again, they're just starting to be backed up here by Celtic, getting deeper and deeper.
Lambert to McNamara. Celtic looking for a breakthrough, and Colin Healy nearly provides it. The young Irishman darted into the box.
Yeah, I think once again it's McKenna who gets across and does just enough. A good run there by Healy. Willing to go beyond his front pairing there. Healy almost got the payoff.
His only goal this season came against Hearts in the League Cup. Hoisted away by Austin McCann, recent recruit from Airdrie. That's come off Ramon Vega. Lee Makel, lots of Newcastle and Blackburn and Huddersfield. Now Kirk trying to get away, but it won't surprise you to hear that Paul Lambert is not far from the ball. Forced into a corner, mind you. Oh, hang on, Boyack is there. Celtic stretched a little bit, Cameron. But away by Valhalla. Celtic have very much dominated in Glasgow and in Scotland this season. Hearts have had to sit back and watch Hibs do so well in the Scottish capital, and that will hurt them. But Craig Levein firmly believes he's going about things the right way, and the evidence would suggest that he is. But they could be in trouble here. McNamara, but Stephen Pressley once again showing his alertness.
Yeah, the two centre-backs have done well tonight. Presley and McKenna have been prepared to step out into the wide positions when they have to.
Austin McCann sending that one into touch. Jackie McNamara will take the throw for Celtic. Johnson. McNamara might have taken a bit of a bubble that as it came back to him. Even if it didn't, he'll say it did. The Celtic fans not exactly enjoying the best game of the season at Celtic Park, but they won't care too much when they see their heroes lift the championship trophy after the game. Here's Alan Thompson, and away by McKenna. Flugel picks out Cameron. Makel leaves it for Scott Severin. McCann. Oops. Kirk was further advanced on that. Mialbi cut it out. Johnson. McNamara giving McCann the run around at the moment, but he's stuck with him, albeit at the expense of a corner.
Yeah, they treated the situation off from McCann, but it was a slack ball forward that gave up possession once again. And if you're going to play a bad ball, it's better being a bad long ball. Short one puts you in trouble.
Mialbi and Vega and Valharan all in the box. Alan Thompson whips it in. Ramon Vega's header. Niemi forced to punch it away, and it's gone for another corner.
Yeah, he gets above Stephen Presley here, Ramon Vega. Maybe not above him enough to get the header down. Celtic having a good spell once again.
McNamara ready to deliver, and Kevin McKenna was the man who met it. It's going to be a Celtic throw though.
He's had a terrific night, Kevin McKenna. You know, I have to say this is the first time I've seen him. He looks a player.
The Albi's long throw. Healy and Alan Thompson on his left foot, but it was blocked by Severin. Celtic try again with Lambert. Lambert looking for Johnson. Thomas Flogel. Here's Severin. Makel. Severin could open up here for Hearts. Gary Wales has got himself into an excellent position, and Ramon Vega made contact with the cross, but it didn't trouble Robert Douglas. Now Didier Camp, not too much of him in this second half. Josvel Haren. The goal would certainly lift Celtic Park. That was an attempt at goal, I think.
Well, he's fortunate, first of all, because he nutmegged Scott Severn there to play the 1-2 in the first place.
Celtic go to Rangers next weekend. We'll be there for that one. The final Old Firm encounter of the season. Rangers looking for revenge after Celtic's extraordinary exploits this season, although of course the men of Ibrox are the only team to beat Celtic on the domestic front this season. That 5-1 thrashing in November. Larsson poking it through to Didier Agathe, and his pace has put him in ahead of McCann, but the delivery needed to be a little better.
Final ball that we talk about all the time with Didier Agathe.
If he ever gets that final ball sorted, it's going to be sensational.
Well, the difficult bit is getting to the byline in the first place, and he does it with ease.
Here's Paul Lambert now. Away towards Agathe. Larsson. Oh, Tommy Johnson was nearly in.
You see Celtic in total control now of the action areas. Still can't get the payoff though. And although Martin O'Neill wouldn't be terribly disappointed if this were to finish all square, he would love to win it.
Here's Thompson. Up towards, well, Kevin McKenna as it turned out. Boyack. Cameron. Both teams are thinking about making changes, with perhaps Juanjo and Lubomir Moravcik getting ready to join the proceedings, and maybe they will liven things up. In fact, if you want to think of two players who could liven things up, they'd be the ones. Little Juanjo and little Lubo. Flogel. Johnson. He's managed to find Henrik Larsson. Healy is up there with him. Larsson holding things up. Here's Lambert. Thompson sizing one up. Not a bad try, but straight into the midriff of Niemi.
Yeah, that's a decent effort from Alan Thompson. And Celtic at times have overpassed the ball in these areas, and they could be doing with a bit more of this.
Thompson, that's a decent ball, and Colin Healy looks to put Larsson in, cut out by McKenna, but here's Agathe, and here's Tommy Johnson, forced a little wide, and that's a goal kick.
No, it's McKenna again. It's been absolutely different class tonight. The defensive front post there, and they managed to get back across to squeeze Agathe out on the right-hand side as well.
Well, those two changes we talked about are happening now, and Colin Healy is making way for the arrival of Lubomir Moravcik. If anyone can make things happen for Celtic, he can. And if anyone can make things happen for Hearts, the little Spaniard Juanjo could be the one. He's coming on in place of Andy Kirk. Juanjo, who once played under Bobby Robson at Barcelona. And I'm sure he'll be as lively as ever. We'll see how he fares against Agat and Mialbi on that side. Certainly Andy Kirk didn't get much joy out of Johan Mialbi whenever he came up against him. But then, to be fair, not many have got much joy out of him. Colin Cameron. Paul Lambert has been phenomenal again for Celtic. Moravcik's first touch. Makel. Severin. Celtic just lacking that cutting edge, that urgency that they've had all season now that the championship has been wrapped up. But Martin O'Neill will still want to preserve their proud record. Beaten just once all season. Aiming for their 29th victory in the league in this, their 34th match. Didier Agat, look at him go. He's going to skin Austin McCann here. It's crossed though, once again. Didn't have quite enough on it. It's come out by who else but McKenna.
Yeah, terrific wide play again by Agat. He's a lot happier playing in the right-hand side now. Austin McCann desperately trying to match the pace there.
He really wouldn't relish coming up against Agat. Alan Thompson sends it in. Here's Moravcik. Lambert. I think he'd quite like to give it to Agat again, which doesn't seem a bad idea, although having said that, he elects for Thompson. Lubomir Moravcik going for goal. Fine save by Antti Niemi to push it away.
Well, I'm amazed he didn't get to him quicker, Ian, because he only had one thing in his mind from the moment he picked the ball up, to try and get a shot away. And Hearts didn't press the ball at all. Flogo reluctant to go to him, and Niemi did well at full stretch.
Thompson with another enticing delivery. It comes to Henrik Larsson, and Moravcik's effort is blocked by Presley. McNamara trying to lift it back in, but it didn't clear McKenna. Moravcik. Larsson's lovely layoff to Mialbi. Wasn't quite so lovely from Johan Mialbi though, was it? Makel. Here's Boyack. Didier Agat's got to be a bit careful actually. Juanjo is over there. Moravcik, too much on that one from the skillful Slovakian, who might well end up signing a one-year deal to stay at Celtic, his contract up at the end of the campaign. 35 years of age now, and it's a shame we've only seen him in the twilight of his career, spent most of it in France. Johnson for Henrik Larsson, and he's put it through to Moravcik. He came off the bench to make the difference. Lubomir Moravcik finally breaches Hearts.
Well, it's a terrific feat first of all from Tommy Johnson here, a delightful reverse ball, not for the first time tonight. Moravcik had carried his run forward, still a bit of work to do through the goalie, but well, he's got all the composure and the technique in the world to finish this off, and he makes a very good job of it. And once again, it's an inspired substitution from Martin O'Neill.
He's now scored 7 goals in 9 games against Antti Niemi, the Hearts keeper. Scored a couple when Niemi was in goal for Rangers 2 seasons back in a 5-1 thrashing here. So I'm sure Niemi wasn't too surprised to see Moravcik pop up in the box and torment him yet again. Little flick from Gary Wales. Cameron trying to make up lost ground, but Lambert fouled in the end by Cameron. Agat, offside flag will go up against Tommy Johnson, and Presley caught Agat anyway.
It's a tight one. Austin McCann, the deepest defender for Hearts in the left back position. Well, knocked in behind, and Stephen Presley clearly caught Didier Agat there.
Presley getting, I think he might, thought he was going to get a card from Mike McCurry, but he's getting some treatment at the moment.
Be fortunate if he doesn't see a yellow here, Ian. That's, and indeed he has been yellow carded. He's had a good night, Stephen Presley, but he can't have any complaints about that.
First caution of the game. Presley having had some treatment, like Agat, the two of them have to trudge all the way off the pitch so they can come back on. Still can't quite work that rule out.
Me neither.
Over the top it goes for Henrik Larsson, and he's in here, but what a magnificent challenge from Severin to bail out Hearts. Larsson's 50th goal was looming large then, but Scott Severin delayed its arrival. Presley getting a bit of stick now from the Celtic fans. Don't think the big man will be too bothered somehow. It was nearly number 50 for Henrik Larsson.
Yeah, they just switched off here, Hearts, at the set piece. Larsson, as usual, alert, looking for it. Certainly onside when the ball's played forward. And Severin did very well to get back goal side.
Gordon Jury might just get a few boos here. The former Rangers striker comes on in place of Lee Makel. Jury's missed the last 5 games with a thigh injury. He played in 15 Old Firm games for Rangers against Celtic, and strangely, never scored against them. 35 years of age now.
Well, you see it, Celtic in complete control there. 10-0 up. And attempts on target, and certainly worthy of this 1-goal lead.
It's come off Valharan. It'll be another throw to Hearts. Boyack centre, and dummied by Jury, but dispatched by Mjällby. Cameron. Flogel. He's overrun that. There's Monday Night Football this week from Scotland, and it's a huge game at the bottom of the table. St Mirren and Dundee United hoping to stay in the top flight. They meet each other at Love Street, and you can see all the action on Sky Sports 1 from 7:30. If Livingston win the First Division, one of them, it seems, will be going down. If United win the First Division, their ground not quite up to the required standard. There'll be a few Ayr fans in Paisley and Dundee for sure. Presley fending off Henrik Larsson. Celtic's 49th league goal at home has given them the lead. Remember, they've only let in 9 here. To the Airgat, showing his defensive qualities as well. I think that might have come off him though. McNamara helps that on to Thompson. Moravcik trying to get in, but Stephen Presley covering. Taken quickly though. Moravcik, how quaint for Alan Thompson. Left behind by McKenna. Kevin McKenna will be off on international duty this week with Canada. That's why it should have been a throw, but it is a corner. McNamara whips it in. Moravcik. Didier Agat. And for Haren's header. Oh, everyone missed it. Goal kick.
Yeah, Vega did well to get away with Stephen Presley, who's picking him up here. Stephen Presley tight at this moment. The flick on, and Vega's in behind. Flag up right away though. Decent ball in from Agat.
Celtic, of course, have the League Cup in their grasp. They'll shortly have the League Championship trophy in their grasp as well. And then at the end of next month they'll be going for the treble when they meet Hearts' Edinburgh rivals Hibs in what should be a rather enthralling Tennant Scottish Cup final. Wenger trying to get involved, but Moravcik has made the bigger impact of the men who came on at the same time. Thompson. That goal from Moravcik, only the second that Hearts have conceded in their last 5 games. Lambert has been excellent yet again for Celtic today. Jamie Smith, one of Celtic's very promising youngsters, is going to come on in a moment for Tommy Johnson. And they think quite a bit of this young man, Jamie Smith. He actually scored against Hearts in Celtic's 5-2 League Cup win at Tynecastle. Smith is on for Tommy Johnson.
Yeah, ideal opportunity to have a look at Jamie Smith, who scored against Hearts in the League Cup earlier on this season. It's so difficult, as Mark Burchill found, to break your way into this side with the likes of Larsson, Sutton and Johnson around. But it's the perfect chance to show Martin O'Neill what he can do.
Agat. He's running out. Celtic champions of Scotland for a 37th time. Ooh, McNamara has been caught out by Boyack. Severin was there, but Thompson just did enough with his challenge. Foul on Paul Lambert.
Severin perhaps well, free kick might not have been given against Severin, but he was certainly on his way there. And Hearts really have to up it now, Ian. There's 13 minutes now from defeat here, and they've really got to have a go now. Try and get pushed up and try and get at Celtic at the other end now.
McKenna wrestled free of Henrik Larsson. It's going to drop for Cameron. Didier Agat letting it run for the throw. Well, it was 1-0 to Celtic here when the teams met in the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup. But their other meetings this season weren't quite so close. 3-0, 4-2, 5-2, 6-1 wins for Celtic, who now have a corner as they look to cruise into the home straight in this fixture. Looks like it'll be, once again, the sweep left foot of Alan Thompson, and he's picked out Moravcik. I don't think that was that far away.
Yeah, it's a decent effort because he's probably got one eye here on Stephen Boyack, who's coming to press the ball. Did well to keep it as low as that, but no real surprise. Such is the technique of this man. A bit special.
But where's he been all our lives? 35 now.
Yeah.
I've seen the best of him in France, but we've certainly seen some good bits in Scotland too. McKenna. Here's Flogel, ready to take this Hearts throw. It's come off Valharan. It might be a long one from Flogel. Flicked on by Severin. Boyack. Again, just trying to turn that away, but Guangzhou will pick it up. Away by Ramon Vega. Such an imposing presence. And here goes Didier Agat, and that could be ominous for Hearts. He slips it through to Smith. Presley blocked him, and McKenna also there, but Jamie Smith hasn't given up yet. Stray pass from Paul Lambert, but I don't think he's put a foot wrong apart from that tonight. Thompson, Moravcik, Henrik Larsson is in the hunt for goal number 50 of the season, but it's straight at Niemi, and it's not coming yet.
You'd have put money on him there, wouldn't you?
He needs to improve his finishing, doesn't he? McCann, away by Ramon Vega. Moravcik to Lambert. No flag against Jamie Smith. Larsson waiting in the middle, and Smith has got to it. It's come off Stephen Presley though and looped over for a corner.
Further run there by Jamie Smith, but previous to that, golden chance here for Henrik Larsson. McKenna this time can't make up the ground to get to him, and he knocks it straight down the goalkeeper's throat. He had a bit too much time to think about this.
Yeah, so he's still only got 49 goals this season. Henrik Larsson. We'll be looking again on the end of this. Thompson's corner. It's Mjällby coming in. Ramon Vega there too, and Niemi having to get his fingertips to it.
Physical presence of Mjällby just too much for Thomas Flogel here, coming in at the back post. And Niemi taking no chances, gets it behind.
So Thompson tries again. Ramon Vega coming in. It's a goal kick this time. Vega with 4 goals. all of them here at home.
Until one of the match tonight.
And he's made a big difference at the other end, really. Celtic will shortly be presented with the trophy they so desperately wanted when they set out on this little adventure 9 long months ago. At the time, at the end of July, they probably thought it was going to be hard work. And make no mistake, a lot of hard work has gone into it. Larsson, but in the end they've coasted to the title. Alan Thompson, Lubomir Moravcik, McNamara. Gordon Jury saw that one coming, just nipped in ahead of Lambert. Stephen Boyer, Gary Wales. That's asking a bit too much of Cameron. It'll be Ramon Vega. I think Martin O'Neill might have told him on his arrival in Scotland not to mess around too much. Plays it safe a lot now, Ramon Vega. After making a change, Stephen Presley coming across to get some instructions, but he's not the man going off. It's Austin McCann who's made way for the arrival of Andy Webster, making his Hearts debut. And in fact it was McKenna, I think, who went off, getting me McKenna's and me McCann's confused. McKenna went off, and Andy Webster is on, recent signing from Arbroath. And Paul Lambert has put in a magnificent effort for Celtic. He's being replaced by the club captain, Tom Boyd.
Yeah, he's due a rest, Paul Lambert. Another terrific display tonight, hasn't wasted a ball. And a chance for Martin O'Neill to get this man on the pitch for the full-time whistle.
Tom Boyd lifted the Scottish Premier League trophy in '98, and he'll be doing it again soon. Smith. Henrik Larsson had a wonderful chance to reach a half-century of goals, but he's going looking for it now. Nice little intervention though from Severin. Cameron, well, Hibbs got a late equaliser to force a 1-1 draw here. Can Hearts do the same? Not at the moment. Agat tried to put it through to Moravcik, but it was a poor pass, and Moravcik fuming.
Yeah, he's not too chuffed about it at all, is he? Poor ball by Agat, otherwise Moravcik was in.
Here's Tom Boyd. Severin, that's not bad actually, to Juanjo. The boy from Barcelona, trying to prise apart Celtic's sturdy defence. Flogel. Juanjo again. He's got one or two tricks up his sleeve, but couldn't really show them then.
I was just taking about 6 Hearts players out the game there by losing possession. That's been a big problem tonight. Haven't held the ball up well enough.
Stephen Boyer, straight at Douglas.
And you see Celtic continue to have most of the ball in this game. And it's fair to say they've had more of a cutting edge as well, although they started pretty sluggishly.
Moravcik, whose goal has given Celtic a slender advantage, but they might add to it here. Thompson, Moravcik, looking for another, but it spins off Webster and goes behind for a corner. Moravcik will trudge across to take the corner. Can Celtic finish off Hearts here? Moravcik delivers. It's going to break for Alan Thompson. Goal kick. You're man of the match, David.
Well, they only played for, what, 85 minutes, but I think Paul Lambert did enough in that time, Ian, to get that award. Hasn't wasted a ball all night, and once again, in the absence of Neil Lennon, has shown he's still a central figure in this Celtic side. He's been at the heart of everything, and he's my Bank of Scotland man of the match.
Moravcik lost out to Severin. Well, he really is such a strong influence on this team. A quality player, Paul Lambert. There'll be just 2 minutes of added on time, and then it will be time for another party. And they've had a few of those in the East End of Glasgow lately. The Scottish Premier League trophy waiting in the wings. Just as it was against St Mirren on the day they actually clinched the title. It's 1-0 to Celtic. And Hearts looking to open them up. But Didier Gat remained cool, calm, collected. And he's found Henrik Larsson. Larsson trying to slide it through to Smith, but Stephen Pressley belts it out. Here's McNamara. Celtic are nearly there again. The 90 minutes are up. Little touch from Jury, but Ramon Vega untroubled. Moravcik. Can Celtic put the seal on it in injury time? McNamara. Thompson unable to press home Celtic's advantage. Gordon Jury. What Hearts would give for an equaliser here ahead of their vital trip to Kilmarnock next Friday. Moravcik. Hearts are running out of time. Severin. Here's Flogel. Hearts not giving up just yet, but they might do now. Thomas Flogel dragged it miserably wide. Martin O'Neill checking his watch. Not long to go now. We are in the almost at the end of the 2 minutes of added on time. It has rained incessantly all evening in Glasgow, but like he cares, and like anyone cares here at Celtic Park. They've just got to see this one out now, and they've been pretty good at seeing things out this season. Pressley clears. Flugel. It's all over. Celtic did get to grips with Hearts. Now they can get to grips with the Scottish Premier League trophy. This their 29th victory in 34 league games. A remarkable achievement, really. Only Rangers have beaten them, and still only Hibs have taken a point away from Celtic Park, a formidable fortress. It took them a while today, but the man who made the difference was the man who came off the bench. Little Lubo endeared himself to the Celtic fans even more with the match winner set up for him by Henrik Larsson. Celtic prepare to get their hands on some more silverware. The Scottish Premier League trophy will be presented shortly. It finishes Celtic 1, Hearts 0.
Yes, as Ian says, the Championship trophy about to be presented to Celtic, so don't go away. Now, still to come tonight, over on Sky Sports 1 now, action from the Spanish La Liga. Real Zaragoza against Real Madrid. On Sky Sports 2 now, there's live US Tour golf from day 4 of the Shell Houston Open. Coming up here on Sky Sports 3 next, our first match of the new NFL Europe season, as the Scottish Claymores take on the Frankfurt Galaxy. And over on Sky Sports Extra now, there's live Test cricket from day 4 of the 5th Test between the West Indies and South Africa. And coming up tomorrow night, that crucial relegation battle in the SPL. Join us from 7:30 on Sky Sports 1 for St Mirren against Dundee United. Well, Celtic had the Championship title in the bag before tonight, yet they gave their fans the result that they wanted, a win over Hearts. The trophy gets presented after this.